We are at ACS Barker Road today. This is the place where my guest started his sporting journey. Currently, he still holds the national record in his domain since 1978. He'll be telling his stories, why he chose this place, and I am excited to hear from him. Welcome to Lepak with Ant. Let's hear what our guests have to say. Or there are beans to spill. Strap on the seatbelt and let's go for a ride with me. We can learn from our guest's story. So, subscribe to my channel as we can experience life journeys together. So let us welcome our guest for today. He's our legendary Tang Nai Kim. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, everybody.
Hi Nai Kim. Thanks for coming down to my Lepak series. And first and foremost, would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers?
Good morning. I'm Tang Nai Kim, national record holder for the 10 event. And I have been holding this record since 1978. Till now, no one has broke it. And I'm waiting for a new successor to come in to break my record. And in fact, I started off in the school as a sprinter when I was very young, or primary 4, primary 5. And then I went on to secondary school and I still continue track and field. In the secondary school, I broke the B division record with in the high jump with the record of 1.76. And then from then, I move on to represent the school in various multiple events, like the long jump, and then the javelin, and then in the super jump. I was selected to represent as an elite athlete for high jump. And then it happened that during that time, in 1973, the Singapore hosts the SEAP Games. And with the SEAP Games on, and they want every event there must be 2 athletes. And then it happened that we have too many high jumpers there. So therefore, I was asked to draft to do 10 events.
Oh, that's the decathlon, right?
Yeah, correct. Because I don't reject, I went on, I continue, and I trained for it. And because of my background, I know quite a number of events. I got quite well versed.
Okay, quite versatile in the field, all the discipline, I would say.
Yeah, correct. I went seriously to do that event. And during the SEAP Games,
that was
1973.
Oh, that's SEAP Games.
SEAP Games.
Oh, yes.
Because SEAP Games, and then we were our first national. We held this in a national stadium. In the new stadium.
The new old national stadium.
Correct.
Yeah, it was built for that purpose.
I was quite young, and then I was about 20, 21, you know. So then, I just went inside there to compete, and to my surprise, I broke the national record. That was my aim. And then I even broke the SEA Games record.
Oh, in the process, or in that meet itself?
Yeah, in that meet.
So you won the gold medal?
No, I missed out by a few points. I lost to Malaysian. The Malaysian was an experienced decathlete, you see. So never mind, I tell myself I move on, but it's something that I don't believe that I could do it. But given the opportunity to try, I say why not? I try, so I managed to overcome this feat, you see.
Yeah. Good. So that was how it all started actually.
Yeah.
Right from being here, started as a school in ACS, as a student athlete, and then you perform well, and you are talented in multiple disciplines.
Correct.
And that is how you got drafted into as a decathlete, to represent Singapore in the 1970 SEAP Games.
Correct.
When I heard about the decathlon, I said 10 discipline. Wow, that a crazy guy will only do that, right? Because there's so much, you need a lot of time to train,
Correct.
to to be good across the board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be master of everything.
Yes,
Because
correct.
it takes a lot of courage, belief, and perseverance
Alright.
to do it, to overcome such a feat. And I always believe adversity which I face, I will turn it into opportunity.
Alright, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I always believe in that, in what I do.
Alright. Okay, good. I mean, at least now you touch on to something where nothing is always a smooth sailing. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
correct.
along our journey, there will be
Correct,
always
correct,
obstacles,
correct,
there are always challenges, there are always people who don't believe in you, there are people who always naysayers, turn you down, but at the end of the day, I always believe that if I have to prove to myself first
Yeah.
that I'm capable of doing it, and at the end of the day, right,
Yeah.
it proves people otherwise. And
Yeah.
that is when people start to listen and pay more attention to you.
Alright.
I first noticed you, alright, in the I would say late 70s, 80s. I think at that point of time, right, you actually move away from decathlon and move to sprint. And that is where I can see that I get more exposure to you, alright, and because that is when every time I can see you get 1019, you know, more on the century sprint rather than the decathlon. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Maybe you'd like to share a bit more on that.
Yeah, after the SEA Games, I won the silver. Then I went to pursue this event, and then I was lucky. I was able to get Lotto to sponsor me.
Oh, Lotto back
Yeah.
then was quite popular.
Yeah, correct. they helped me, and then I went to pursue my decathlon training in Germany alone.
Oh, okay.
So I was actually taken care by coach, Mr. Yanni, who is the head coach for this club called ASV alone.
Okay.
And then he is the one who trained the girl who won the high jump in 1972 Munich Olympic.
Wow, wow.
And under his wing, I think when I was in Germany, I learned a lot. I improved a lot. I have good coach to look after me, good throwing coach, look jumping coach, you know, all round coach to look after me. And I believe the Germans are very technical.
Yes.
Germany has a reputation of producing many good high level GPU because the technicality
Yes.
the event is superb.
It's just like the soccer, right?
Oh yeah.
It's very technical.
I was attached then to the sports university.
Oh,
So I see some of the world champions and I learned a lot from them. Okay? And then when I finished my training, I came back. What I'm gonna do then because my coach is all there. You know,
Okay.
we have
Right.
local coaches here. Not say they are no good, they are
Yeah.
okay. But you see, when I went there,
That was which year when you went to Cologne?
I went,
1970.
I think 1979.
Oh, after you
No,
broke
no, 1979. After I broke back.
after you broke the national record, you
Yeah.
still stand at 6,393 points.
Yeah.
That was on the 2nd and 3rd of September 1978.
Yeah.
So when you broke the national record, and then
I went on.
you went off,
Yeah.
okay, you move on to
Move on, yeah. After that, I came back. Then I asked my coach, how? Then they told me, say, 19. I can't stay here long, and then because they can't come to Singapore.
Right, yeah.
So I say, then the coach and me say, 19, why don't you change to 100-meter sprint?
Oh, okay. That's
You know?
how the transition comes,
Yeah,
right? From a decathlete and then to a sprinter.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And then I was surprised. I was picked to represent Singapore.
Okay.
That time we had no sprinter. I was picked to represent Singapore in the ASEAN Cup in Jakarta
Okay.
and running on cinder track.
Okay. Oh, right.
Yeah. Then when they announced the lineup, my timing was the slowest.
Okay. Okay.
10.9 because based
Okay.
on my decathlon running
Timing, right?
timing.
Yeah.
So they announced it was. I told myself no pressure. I just go and do my best.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. When I went in and I ran a 10.57.
Wow. That is small.
And then from there I think I was rated as number that with that timing.
Alright.
During that period I was rated third fastest man in Asia.
Oh, at that point of time,
Yeah.
that was 1979
1980.
or 1980.
Yeah, yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Sujat was number one.
Oh,
Then
from
from
Thailand.
China, there's this guy Jing Xiang Jing Hua, that one. Okay, and then me. You know.
Alright.
Then from there, before that, I was also in the midst of being selected to represent Singapore for Asian Games in 100-meter sprint. So they sent me back again to Germany for training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for this time for sprint, not for decathlon.
Yeah.
So I went back there, I trained, and then together with a few runners also, we also went, and then from there I came back. Then I did the sprint where I didn't do well. I didn't qualify in the final, but then in 1980 or 81, I went to do sprinting in SEAP Games in Manila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was third in 100 meter.
Okay.
And then I was third also I was in the relay team.
Okay.
4x100. 4x100. Yeah. So backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
During my time as a decathlete, I won in the SEAP Games, and then in KL SEAP Games, I won
1977.
I won a decathlon medal, silver medal, and then followed by silver medal in 4x1.
Okay. Alright.
So I do 10 events and I do 4x1. Yeah, relay.
So
yeah,
that
right.
was in the 1973 SEAP Games. That was in Singapore. You won a silver, right?
Yeah.
For the decathlon.
Yeah.
And then
I move on to the next
the
event.
SEAP Games, we changed the name
Yeah.
to SEA Games
Yeah,
from
yeah,
SEAP Games.
yeah.
And then that is also you won another silver.
Yeah.
2 silver, 1 in the 4x100 and 1 in the decathlon.
Correct.
Alright.
Correct,
Okay.
correct,
Okay.
correct.
So maybe for the benefit of doubt, right, for the viewers, what are the 10 disciplines to consist in the decathlon?
100 meter,
100 meters.
long jump,
Alright, long jump,
then short put,
short put,
then high jump,
high jump,
then comes the 400 meters.
400 meters.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first day.
Yeah. Second day is high hurdles,
110 meter
100
hurdles,
meter hurdles, discus.
discus. Okay.
Yeah. Pole vault.
Over. Whoa.
Yeah. Then you rest. Then in the afternoon you come back. You do javelin.
Oh,
sorry.
javelin.
When you finish javelin, the last event is the
1,500.
most grueling event. A lot of people hate this event. It's 1,500.
Nowadays, 1,005 is become a sprint.
Oh,
in the modern athletics.
Yeah, correct. It's so dynamic now.
Yes,
It's so dynamic. Yeah. So from there, I have went through all this. But the first SEA game, my experience, the first game I took in Singapore was I don't know how I managed it.
Okay.
One after another, the event, 1 hour, another you rest, and then continue doing. I guess in time to come, you will get used to it. And then when I was in Germany, the German decathlon championship. Everybody, all the world record holder was there, all the world champion was there. Everybody, the size was huge, and they're all big. And then you see that they really enjoy the process of it. It's like they're going to picnic. You don't feel anything. Your mind's at ease. You know what I mean?
It's very psychological.
Yeah, correct. I feel we should, even you are doing 10 event, you are doing single event here in Singapore. I think coaches must adopt that kind of free and easy atmosphere in an athlete, because then the athlete won't feel so pressure, and you more relaxed, the mind more relaxed, and they must be more focused. So this is how I experience and how I look at it from my point of view.
So, moving on to that sprint, right? subsequently, how many more years that you had in the sprint before you actually retired?
I think 1982, and I tell that young one coming in, and then I tell myself it's time that I have enough. I have 10 events, sprint, So I think it's time for me to hang up my bike. Because you know where you are. Your mind can work, but the body just can't work with it. So I decided to call it a quit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After when I call it a quit, about 1, 2, 3 years later, the association approached me, Mr. Lepak approached me and said, Nike, why don't you become a coach to send you for courses?
Okay, that's so nice team.
Yeah, then I was sent for, that time we have a specialist coach in sprint, so I was doing the sprint.
Okay.
At the same, when I took off from there, my commitment begin to come back to the school.
Okay.
When the school say, hey, Nike, can you help? So I say, why not? I help. I don't, that time I was working. So I say, okay, sure, for ACS, sure.
Okay.
So it seems that, like, my career, starts from here, and I'm still with the school now, 67 years. So the day when I'm primary 1, I committed to the school. Till now.
Okay. Going back to your competitive days, right? By the time you retired was probably 85, 86, there about.
85.
Yeah, throughout that, I would say 12 years,
Yeah,
12 years and 3, right?
Yeah.
Up to 85, okay, 12, 13 years. Right. So the credential that you have is you get 2 silver, decathlon. How about the sprints? How many medals you actually won?
Sprint only won one, that is bronze medal. Okay, I didn't do well after that, I think because I had injury.
Okay, that is always something that is inevitable.
Something
happens.
You can't avoid this kind of thing. You want to happen at the right time, in the wrong time, then it happens at a big game, so
Yes. So in that, your sporting journey, right? Those early days, 70s, we are not full time.
Yeah.
We had to sacrifice
Alright.
your personal time,
Yeah.
all right, for all this glory.
Yeah.
It comes with a price.
Yeah.
So what are the prices that you have to pay?
Yeah, luckily when I do my 10 event,
Alright.
I managed to get time off from army. You see, morning I train, in the morning 5 o'clock I train. And then in the afternoon I train in lunchtime.
Okay.
And then in the evening I train about 4 o'clock at Farrer Park. So all this all my own sacrifice. No, I mean of course my coach Mr. Chow was looking after me and for 10 events. And then I just go on training, enjoy what I'm doing.
Alright,
So that it continues, you see.
Okay.
But
I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before.